goodies, welcome back to your girl channel and to my kitchen how to cook. And honey, today we are making our most delicious Jamaican style stew beef in my kitchen in a no time. All the flavors, honey, that I added to this thing is going to be turned up and you don't want to miss it. Your requested recipe is on your table, from my kitchen to your kitchen. Yes, boo, the thing is off the chain. If you are here watching me cooking for your very first time and you have not subscribed, go ahead and do so, and then turn on those post notifications so you will always be reminded whenever your girl upload a brand new video. And for all my returning goodies, big up on yourself straight. Let's start cooking.
Want to be independent, yet she can't read and write a sentence.
Okay, love bugs, you ready for cook? Well, let's cook. And your girl is going to walk you through everything that you'll need for this recipe step by step. So here we go. Now in this container I have my nicely cleaned sliced beef, stew beef, and I have exactly about 1.5 pounds, I think, nicely cut, and I washed it with salt, lemon juice and vinegar, and I was good to go. Now in this container I have onions, scallion and thyme, potatoes, carrot, bell peppers, ketchup and pepper, tomato, and 2 bay leaves. You're going to need this for the recipe, so don't skip none of that. Now in addition to all of that, I added some allspice, pimento seeds, or you want to call it, browning. I'm using my grapeseed oil, vinegar, salt. I'm going to also add some ginger, black pepper for sure, all-purpose seasoning, and I'm using my Goya seasoning. I'm also going to add some of that complete seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and definitely some fresh garlic. Now these are all the ingredients that I'm going to be adding into the stew beef, right? But however, you can substitute the seasonings of choice that you like to use in your kitchen. But in this kitchen, I saw the thing set and them thing there we're going to use. So you ready for me to show you this thing? Come on and let's get started. Now, the very first thing I did was season the meat. To season the meat, I added just a tad bit of salt, maybe a half teaspoon, because I really cut down on the salt business, right? Now, I added some black pepper to it, for sure. Then I went in and added some garlic and some onion powder combination. You definitely want to do that. Don't do one and not the other. Do both right here. Now, after the onion and the garlic powder, I added the Goya seasoning, and this is salt free, and it have mad crazy flavor, the thing off the chain. I love it, love it, love it. Now I went in and added that, and as a combination to balance it out, I did use the all-purpose seasoning, and this is the Ultra brand. I really like the Grace better, to be honest. The complete seasoning, I used some of that, but I don't like complete seasoning, but I went ahead and used it anyway. Why, I don't know. Now I added some paprika to it for sure, and I used a couple seeds of the pimento seeds, right? By now you guys are wondering, oh, I love Ultra brand, because Ultra brand is pretty good, and that's why I use it all the time. As you can see here, I'm using their browning, and I added about a tablespoon just to get started. Do not put too much of that browning on the meat when you season it, because you don't want to have black stew beef. You want brown stew beef in your kitchen. So now here, you could either season it up like this and put it in your refrigerator overnight to let it sit and soak up all that goodness. But for me, honey, your girl, I'm gonna put this on our countertop, cover it up nice in one plastic wrap, and just let it sit for about, I'd say maybe about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe an hour if it's lucky. But we're going to give 45 minutes, because we don't have no time to make my meat sit forever and marinate, right? So that looks pretty good. And you just want to make sure that you get all your season, whatever seasons that you add to the meat, make sure it is nicely layered on top of that thing, all right? And you're good to go. Now, after a few minutes to decide to make my meat marinate, coming out to the overnight business, I went ahead and added some of that grapeseed oil, and you can substitute it. I then went in and added the fresh garlic to the mix, and because I love garlic, I added quite a bit of that. Then I added about a teaspoon of the ginger, and if you don't have that, substitute it for ginger powder, but you want to combine all that together and just throw it up in that grapeseed or honey. Yes, boo. Now you want to give it a good little mix right here for about a good minute with your fire on medium heat only. All right. Alright, after that time goes by, you start putting your meat in. And let me just share something with you guys. If you are here watching me cooking for your first time, be sure that you have subscribed to the channel and check the notifications to make sure I'm alright. And also, everything that I'm using here for the recipe will be listed down in the description, so go ahead and check it out. I always try to jot them down there. And if you are not subscribed to my second channel, Life is Juliana, go ahead and subscribe to that channel as well. If you are into that home decor and all them other things, random videos, then just go ahead and subscribe over there. Go show your girl some love. The link for that channel will also be listed down below. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead here and just cover this up for a few minutes, but make sure you put that vinegar, honey, because, well, you know how me feel about my vinegar. But if you don't want to go vinegar route, you can skip that process, but go ahead and add the vinegar in and put your bay leaves right here, cover it up, and give it about 15 to 20 minutes. Now while that is going, go ahead and get your veggies ready and prepped, honey, because we're going to need it for the next step. I went ahead and just cut my carrot into random pieces that I so chose, okay, and yeah, like I said, do not substitute any of these vegetables. The potatoes, you're going to need it because your potato is going to give the stew a nice little grip, a nice little hole. And if you don't put the potatoes in, you're definitely going to have to use cornstarch to thicken up the liquid. If you do this step, you will be just fine. You don't have to use any flour to thicken it up, and you don't have to use any cornstarch to thicken up. Your potato is going to do you some kind of a justice, right? So while that is going, do this thing, and we are ready to move on to our next step. Alright, now, so after a few minutes went by, all the juices from the beef, natural juices, do not add any water to it. That is how the thing will look. Just like that. And it took a full of flavor. The whole place smelled good. Really good. That bay leaf, honey, is doing some magic right there, okay? So don't skip that either. No, skip it. Good, you go buy some. No, skip it. Alright, so now we're going to add in the veggies right here. Right here is where you're going to just go ahead and put those good veggies up in that thing, but just like that. Then after you do that, right, you want to go in and add your thyme and your Scotch bonnet pepper. Now, in this container right here is where we seasoned the meat earlier. That container, we're going to go in and add 1 cup of coconut cream. Not the coconut milk where you drink your cereal and all them things there. No, honey. Your fresh coconut. If you're using canned coconut, use a half can. But based on how many you're serving for, you might want to use the entire can. But I only wanted 1 cup, and I was good to go for this recipe right here. So just go ahead and pour it in. Right there. This thing smells so nice. Jesus. Smells so good. Now my Scotch bonnet pepper, I'm not trying to pop the pepper because a girl afraid of pepper. Yes, I'm the only Jamaican that don't like pepper. Yes, true thing. No story. True thing. So I'm not trying to pop my pepper. I'm not gonna pop it. So my fire right here is on a medium heat still. You don't want to put it on high heat because you don't want it to cook extremely fast. You want to have your potatoes and everything nicely combined. So leave that fire on medium heat, okay? Cover it up nice and let it do its thing. After about a half an hour, you come back, your potatoes are cooked, your carrots are cooked, everything is combined with the flavor and the mellowness from your coconut. Everything is nicely combined, honey, and you have to start planning for the next step. My pepper is still not popping. Now pop it the whole same way. And this is what I did. And I wanted to have a little bit more color. That's why I said don't put too much of that brown in earlier. When you get to this step, this is when you decide if you want more browning. I did had about a teaspoon more of the browning to it, right? You want to take it nice and slow when you come onto your browning because you don't want to make your thing look black. You want it to look brown. Can you make brown stew beef, right? So this is what I did after I completed that step so far. Now, this is my butter beans right here. You want to go ahead and drain the beans if you're using the canned one. Now, I went ahead and just poured that butter bean on top of my stew, on top of my beef stew, goodie. Right, just like that. Now, we want to flavor up those beans because we don't want them to be tasteless, right? So I added a little bit of salt and a little bit of black pepper. With your favorite seasoning, what you want to use, just go ahead and just sprinkle that all over your beans. Now, I love ketchup. Me love ketchup, right? Me grew up, I eat ketchup every day. So I decided to put a little bit, well, maybe not a little bit, but whatever. I decided to put my ketchup on top of those beans. The ketchup with the potato is going to give the gravy a nice thick thing. Look on this. That's what I mean. With that ketchup and the potato, when the potatoes is really tender and it combines, it's going to do something out of this world. It's going to come together nice and thick and rich, honey. And man, no, it's not normal. This stew beef, brown stew beef with butter beans is no joke, honey. I am not telling you no lie. I forgot to try this. It's not good. I'm tell you so the thing turn up loud. The thing turn up loud. This right here is no normal brown stew beef where you normally cook in your kitchen. This is one turn up loud, extreme turn up loud business, and you have to try this. You will never ever forget this recipe when you give this one a try. This right here, I served for about 6 people out of this meal right here, and every single person lick off them 10 finger goodie. Man, you know your girl wouldn't lead in a way but the right way, right? This was gone in 5 minutes or under. The thing was massive, honey. I did serve it in a container and let them serve themselves. Boo. Man, this is a must try. Stew beef and butter bean recipe on your table any time of the week. No, if you're here and you're still watching me, that means you must like the recipe, right? So all you have to do is just go ahead and share the love with friends and family. Tell the neighbor up the road, tell the man down the street, tell the people them next door, everywhere. Just share the love on your social media pages. And after you get done doing that, tell me what you'd like to have me cooking in my kitchen next. And remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy!